Boys, we've had a week. Hey guys, it's Souloman here once again for another video. Today, we are going to recount everything that's happened in the last week of the VIX SMP. How it started, how it eventually ended, and everything in between. The shortest SMP in history that I may have helped destroyed. If you don't know who Vixios is, great channel, great lad, top 10 bloke. You should definitely go follow him. He has 10 times the amount of subscribers that I do. Fix that shit. If you guys don't know what SMP is, I'm not gonna explain it to you, cause figure it out. Dream. Anyway, I wasn't present for a lot of this, so if it seems like I'm missing info or people and you partook in the SMP and you're watching this, I'm sorry, but let's be real. Anything that happened before I joined isn't important. Anyway, so what happened before I joined? Vixios started the SMP. He contacted me the day before and was like, hey bro, I'm doing this thing, you want in? I was like, yeah, sure, this sounds lit. Before we joined, a kid named Toxic Mango, he got exiled for doing a little bit of felonies while he was on the SMP.
I am a minor. Why am I in a basement? Oh, you got the cocaine. This is black cocaine, so yours is more expensive though.
A little bit of felonies, just a little bit, just a little bit. A kid named Hugod banned him and exiled him from the Vix Village, as I call it. I don't know what it's actually called, but I'm calling it the Vix Village. It's been called many things: spawn, batshit hole, garbage. Most of those names are mine. So Souloman descended from the heavens on Tuesday of this week and was like, what's up guys, what you saying? And through that I met Els, Hugod, Toxic Mango, a bunch of people I met before like Frazee and Vixios. All these names I've heard before. I met Boltsy, Solar, a bunch of other people. It was interesting. And instantly there's a bit of venom between Hugod and Toxic Mango. And there's a war brewing, boys. There's a war brewing for whose side are you on? Toxic Mango or Hugo? Plot. That's Hugod. Hugod was just plot. He only cared about the plot of the server and nothing else, which immediately ticked me off because I don't want to be an actor in your fucking puppet show, lad. So he kept going on about the plot. So I decided to escapade the Vix Village, and I ended up just chilling inside a hill near a village, near an actual in-game village, you know, with them long-nosed malacas, them ones, yeah, them. I diggy the hole. I built myself a little piston door, which I stole from this book. Ah, here it is. I built this piston door. I built that on the server to hide us from all the dodgy malacas. Mumbo jumbo, eat your heart out, mate. So the next day is a Wednesday, and it's also election time. Yeah, I forgot to mention that, didn't I? There's an election between Boltsy, the UK candidate, and Frazee, the American candidate, to who rules the SMP and the Vix Village. And I had no clue this was happening until the day it happened. No one tells me anything. And in the process, I decided to recruit the boys. So I brought in Rolly and Andy to help just be on my team. I need some people on my team. I live in a hole by myself. I need friends. Andy, as soon as he logged on, decided to steal some hats. Rolly built a nice little house cottage for us outside.
I'm not living in this dingy place.
No, we can make
Andy
it.
can have it.
Yeah, but we can make. What I was thinking is that if we did live here, we can make it just huge. Just a huge underground fortress.
But I like to see the sky and like daylight.
Sky's overrated.
And things.
Isn't that right, Andy?
I also like to breathe fresh air. You know, not moist air or moldy air or asbestos air.
Really, it's a nice house, but isn't it a little small?
We'll expand on it later. I don't have many ideas at the moment.
Okay. And then Andy proceeded to run into the jungle. But boys, one of the most important moments in this SMP's history is something I missed out. I planted a bomb. Also, I'm not gonna. No one can know this. No one can know this because it might get me back. But I've rigged the election with a bomb. Did you hear any of what I just said? What happened
Fair
to
enough to
Okay, long story short, I've rigged the election with a bomb.
What do you mean?
There's a bomb under the election.
Nice.
Moments before the stream started, I planted a bomb under the election. I placed one piece of TNT. I didn't place anything else, and somehow it made this giant explosion. During the election speech, Hugod threw some shade.
There's been a lot of problems with robberies, especially from some kid called toxicmango_it.
Vix was being dumb.
How's the Kodiak got a boat in his head?
I'm glad someone brought that up because I'm back.
Hugod can't read letters.
Our two contestants, Tracy__ and Boltsy_GT, are competing for the presidency.
That's a Y, man.
So-
A fierce debate between the two candidates. But what people didn't know was that I was on a mission. I had sent the Foxadire down into the grounds beneath the stage to blow it to Kingdom Come.
No!
What the hell? What the heck?
No way.
What?
What happened?
What? No, my
Who
star.
did that?
Who did that?
What just happened?
What happened?
What just happened?
And we succeeded and left. We bolted back to our little dirt hut and held out there. And we officially became known as the Underground. The biggest, baddest tribe on the SMP. All will crumble before our power. It was great. Also, Els blamed the bombing on Stampy Villain hit the target, which has no relevance to the plot, but it was hilarious.
God.
Hit the target.
Oh wait, no.
No way.
Boltsy became president after this, after winning the votes.
With 9 votes, the winner of the election and our new president is Boltsy_GT.
Honestly, what we should have blown up was the polling stands, but and he got 3 kills, so. But we needed more manpower, so Weak and Pyrosian Plays joined the server that very night to come help, you know, sort shit out. So as soon as Weak logged on, Hugod started throwing shade, saying, oh, you're irrelevant to the plot. Oh, we don't care about you. Why are there so many people on this server? And Weak didn't like that one bit, so he decided to go murk his villagers. What Hugod was doing was trying to amass villagers so he could trade and get more OP really quickly. So yeah, Weak wasn't having any of that. He broke into his house, stabbed those dodgy Malakas, and bolted. Not Boltsy, he bolted. After the villagers were murdered, Hugod used his admin privileges to spawn in more villagers. And what was happening is that while this was happening, me and Andy broke into his house again to kill the villagers. And we heard him killing them and spawning new ones and curing them of their zombification, which means he was trying to get perfect villagers. Villagers he could abuse and exploit just because we killed his ones he got legitly. So I ran, I was like, Vix, bro, yeah, nah, crime happening. And Vix was like, yeah, no. You ain't got admin privileges no more, Chief. So I ran into his house the very next day and planted a sign that said something along the lines of, you're not a god anymore. Courtesy of the Underground. And then I dipped. And I started working on a plan. Now, Weak had already shown a bit of frustration with Hugod, and so had I, and Andy, and a good amount of people on the server, Els, Frazee. We all had enough of his shit. One thing I missed off was Hugo's obsession with the plot made him build what I like to call Hugo's box of shit. It's just a stone brick box with 3 pillars, and he passes it off as a castle. For reasons beyond my understanding. Everyone agreed it looked like garbage. So apparently it was important to the plot that it existed, so I decided to make it not exist anymore. As a symbol of the plot disappearing, along with my hatred for Hugod, because I genuinely have never met someone take the block game so seriously in my life. In the meantime, Toxic Mango, Frazee, and Els formed the Traitors, which were our allies for a good amount of time because, you know, haha, terrorism and that. I made a deal with Vixios, 4 diamonds for a stock? Why can't I speak today? I made a deal with Vixios, 4 diamonds for a stack of TNT for the bombing. And then we were like, okay. So the plan originally was for me to confront Hugod outside his castle and then have Week or someone set off the bomb, which I had laid so perfectly and cleanly behind his house. However, Week wasn't on, Andy wasn't on, and I was like, alright, we'll do this later. I went down to make some spaghetti, and then Vix told me, he texted me, he said, yo, it's going down. I was like, wait, what? So I ran upstairs, don't worry, I drained the spaghetti beforehand, and then I sat down on my chair, and I joined the voice chat, and I heard something along the lines of, no, Souloman will not get near. Well, I don't know what accent this is. I'm trying to do a Hugod impression. No, Souloman will not get near me, bro. I've got prot 4, I've got harming potion, he's a dead man. And I was just like, okay, bro, you don't know that I put TNT there beforehand. So I went there, I blew the place up to Kingdom Come, and everyone was fuming or raging or just excited. It was a mix of emotions all round. God was pissed. He came immediately after me and was like, oh, you can't PvP, you can't keep PvP. This man had like Neverite and I like Iron Gear. I don't know what his statement meant, but okay. I came back and everyone was fuming about how there's a plot or there's not a plot, and everyone was screaming and raging and killing and exploding people, and it was anarchy all over the server, and then nothing. Server closed. The Discord server closed. But yeah, that was it. With that explosion, the Vix SMP crumbled. Seriously, this kid is he's so vexed all the time, and I don't know why. If you guys are watching this, please subscribe. It was a great time to be on the Vix SMP, and I want to do something very similar very soon, so stay tuned for that. Also, I have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, so go follow those, and on Twitch today we're streaming Pixelmon, and I'm coming out with a Pixelmon video very soon. For those of you that are wondering where my video on Minecraft thumbnails is, because I promised in a dream video, don't worry, it's coming. I just wanted this to come out first because this was a moment in history that I needed to point out. Anyway, thanks for Vixios for having me. Thanks you guys for watching, and screw you, God. Okay, bye.
Too busy running down those, so I ain't gonna run you down. No, one day I'll slap it on you. Look how many man are on you. None of them are splashing on you, splashing on you. I wanna change your life, let's get away. Oh, you ain't even gonna say nothing, let's take off in the range. I'm tryna curb all your bad mind friends, cause